This lab about electrolytes will give you a basic understanding of how well various compounds conduct electricity. We're going to be going through and measuring the conductivity of ionic compounds, molecular acids, molecular compounds, and as I go through you can kind of see the variety I have here. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but just seeing the formulas you'll be able to kind of tell what they are. And here I have a conductivity probe. This right here is a conductivity probe attached to my ring stand, and that's connected to a computer interface, which is then via a USB cable connected to my computer. And then on my screen I can measure what the conductivity is, and you can see that it never stops. Now, ionic compounds are great conductors of electricity when they're dissolved in water or when they're in a molten state, generally. Whereas molecular, aka covalently bonded compounds, they don't conduct so well. So let's test our first one right here. And we'll put it on the probe. As you can see, it's enough that it covers that metal pin that's submerged. And if we look, our conductivity rating, you can see that there, okay. So that's our first one, calcium chloride. And in between each of these, I'm going to take some distilled water to clean off the end of this probe. And then maybe blot it off just a little bit with some paper towel around the outside. Now I don't ever want to put that paper towel inside there because it'll trash that metal pin. Okay, our next compound, AlCl3, and its conductivity rating right about there, and it's never really going to stop moving, so we just kind of pick a number somewhere in that range and write it down in our lab manual. Okay, probe's cleaned. Go for our next one, NaCl. Put it on there. There's our conductivity rating. Measurement. Okay, again, I'm going to take some distilled water, clean this off. That's good. Blot off the outside of the probe again. Next compound, HC2H3O2. There's our rating on that one. Quite a bit lower than the last three we had. Okay. Cleaning off the probe. Okay. Our next compound, HCl. And we put that on there. And right there's our conductivity for that one. Okay. Our distilled water once again. Clean off that probe. Paper towel. Okay. Our next compound, H3PO4. Put that on there. And our rating, well, it's a little higher than the HCl. Okay. And clean off our probe again. Here we have some H3BO3. And we have that on there. And that has pretty low conductivity rating. I think that's the lowest one we've seen yet. Okay. And take our distilled water, clean off our probe. Moving along, here we have distilled water. Let's see what that does. Put it on there. And, well, that's awfully low, isn't it? Okay. Clean it with itself, strangely enough, distilled water. Just for consistency. Okay, now this will be an interesting one. This is tap water. And where this video is made, we have extremely high mineral content. Now hold on now. That's a mistake on my part. That was not tap water. Let's get some tap water here, right on video. Actually, I'd inadvertently put distilled water on there. Okay, there's some tap water. Okay, let's try that. Quite a bit different. We have high mineral content in our water here where this video is being made in Fallon, Nevada. Okay. And again, let's clean that off. Dry off our probe just a little. And finally, CH3OH. Put that on there. Our conductivity is right about there. Okay. Now, if you had been doing this lab yourself here in this lab, you would have a data table where, such as this one right here, and you would have filled in that data table with all your conductivity ratings for what we just went through. But based on this, we could group these together. Highest ratings would probably go to ionic. Perhaps these here would help. Ionic compounds, usually very strong electrolytes. They dissociate 100%. Molecular compounds don't dissociate very well. And molecular acids, you know, they're kind of a mixed bag. Sometimes they'll dissociate completely, sometimes not so much. So hopefully this video has helped you to gain a greater understanding of how ionic compounds are great conductors of electricity compared to molecular. And that's just one of their characteristics or properties. And I hope this video has helped you learn a little bit. See you next time.